O Muhammad, we relate to you the stories of the people of before in order to firm your heart, in order to keep you steadfast on your religion. You have to know the stories. Without the stories, your chip, your brain doesn't know what's going on. You get a situation, you lose your iman. على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. You know, by the way, I like this ayah. If you see yourself, you like to hear about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and about His messenger and the stories and whatever comes from Allah, it means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you. And there is khair on you. There is goodness on you, and Allah calls you to hear. There is an ayah like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, He says, وَلَوْ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ خَيْرًا لَأَسْمَعَهُم. Wallahi, this is ayah. If somebody tells you that you only hear, listen to this ayah. Allah says, وَلَوْ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ خَيْرًا لَأَسْمَعَهُم. If Allah knows that you have a good heart, He will cause you to hear. He will cause you to listen to the Quran, to the Hadith, to the message, which is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah knows, وَلَوْ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ خَيْرًا لَأَسْمَعَهُم. And then the Hadith says, مَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرًا يُفَقِّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. If Allah wants good for someone, He will cause him to understand his religion. He will cause you to understand. You will understand Islam, you will understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Quickly to the story, it's amazing, it's long, I'm going to shrink it so we can benefit from it. And the story of this boy is mentioned in the Quran, Surah Al-Buruj. قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ also mentions the people of the trench. Ukhdud means the king will dig a deep trench onto the earth and burn all of those people. And it happens. So Allah mentioned this. But at the end of the ayah, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described how this tyrant, this king, kills the believers because they don't believe on him, he tried to slave them and they refuse, this is the end. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the end of the surah, ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ كَبِيرٌ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٌ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْكَبِيرُ. This is the greatest success. Although they die because they die on faith, they die on their iman. Ibn al-Qayyim, he says the whole religion is based on two things. Madar al-Din, the whole religion is based on al-azmu wa-tabat. He says determination, the whole religion has these two pillars. Is to be determined to do the good deed. Al-azm means to do. I wake up for Fajr, you wake up. I pray Isha, I'm here. You give zakah, you give. You do moral character, you do. So you're not just talking about it, you do. So the whole religion is based on doing. That he calls it al-azm. Azm means determined to do this for the sake of Allah. You believe in Allah and you do it. And then he says, what-tabat. Because if you have one and you don't have the other one, it doesn't work. So al-azmu, close the door please. It means you have the azima, which is determination to do the good deed, and you ask Allah to give you tabat, which is steadfast. You have to steadfast and die like that. You don't know. You don't know if Allah can flip your heart. That's when we listen to the stories. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, كَذَلِكَ لِنُثَبِّتَ بِهِ فُؤَادَكَ. The Quran. The kuffar, they say, why the Quran didn't come like in one time? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَكَذَلِكَ لِنُثَبِّتَ بِهِ فُؤَادَكَ. Therefore, the Quran came on 23 years, on incidents, munajjaman. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, in order to firm your heart. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says another, He says, فَقْصُصِ الْقَصَصِ. He says, remind them with stories. وَكَذَلِكَ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الرُّسُلِ لِنُثَبِّتَ بِهِ فُؤَادَكَ. Look at the word tabat. O Muhammad, we relate to you the stories of the people of before in order to firm your heart, in order to keep you steadfast on your religion. You have to know the stories. Without the stories, your chip, your brain doesn't know what's going on. You get a situation, you lose your iman. But once you know something similar, whatever you're going through now, it's in the Quran details what you go through. What do you have? Problem with your wife? You find this. You find this. In the Quran, you find details about your life. but you didn't see it. This surah, it was revealed, subhanAllah, Surah Al-Buruj was revealed when the Muslim was persecuted in Quraysh, in Mecca. Abu Jahl was killing the Muslim. Sumayya is the first Shahida of Islam. And her family, which is Ammar ibn Yasir, and Ammar, and her Sumayya bint Ahtab, she was suffering. And Abu Jahl was actually persecuting and torturing the people in Mecca. Bilal ibn Rabah. So the surah, maybe for you and me now, you may say, well, I'm sitting, eating and drinking, yeah? But this surah, the reason I mention this because of our brothers and sisters in Gaza. So, but again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may test them with the trials and tribulation and difficulty by taking away from them. It's a test. وَنَبْلُوكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً أَتَصْبِرُونَ. We will test you with good and we'll test you with bad. We will test you with giving you, and Allah says, I will test you by taking away from you. And the ulama, they say, we are now, by having what we have now, more tested than them. Because when the ulama, they say, الابتلاء بالنعم أشد من الابتلاء بالنقم وبالبلاء. They say the trials and tribulation by bounties and the ni'am and luxury is more difficult to sustain it more than if Allah is taken away from you. Because when you don't have something, you are patient. But when you have everything, the dunya is open for you. You get cars, you get this. So what do you do? كلا. Allah says in the Quran, كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى. That the people, they will be sufficed on Allah when Allah is giving them more. So the people, they may tend to deviate from the religion more when they have luxury, when they have ease, versus when they have less. When they have less, it's less. So we are now mubtala. We are tested and they are tested. So the Surah Al-Buruj was revealed when these people were suffering. And the Prophet ﷺ is telling them what is about the people before. Anyway, the story came, and it's a Sahih Muslim. It was mentioned in the Quran in general.